Hello, and welcome everyone to another Tales of Vardin on To Be Diced. We're happy you are here to watch this craziness unfold as we continue our story with our main party moving forward through the town of Grand Soren and off to other adventures. Before we do any of that, though, let's see who we've got playing with us tonight. Just start right up here with our good friend Sai.
Oh, hello. I am Simite. I play Emrys. He's a sorcerer rogue and dad. We're starting a journey kind of for him right now, so I'm a bit nervous. What we're gonna find along the way. That's it.
Well, I guess that leaves me. Hold on, I forgot. I need to change this now because she is no longer just a barbarian. Hello, my name is Taylor, also known as Nerdy Pinup Girl on most social media platforms, mainly active on TikTok and Instagram. If you like Smashable monsters, special effects makeup, D&D stuff, and nerdy shenanigans, you should totally give me a follow. But today I am playing the wonderful, the fabulous, the flower crown wearing Grendel Fialova, the 8-foot-tall green muscle mommy who is trying to find her goth tiefling girlfriend who is waiting for her in the abyss, which she is going to knock on the door of with a cannon in hand and ready to take her woman back. But until then, she's going to try and just keep herself together until then. Back to you, Goaty.
Oh, hi, I'm Gody, playing Matt. Wait a minute, that's backwards. I'm Matt, also known as War-Torn Knight, out there on the interwebs. And this evening, I have the wonderful pleasure of playing Gody Mamirson, the Goliath wizard turned druid, after a much arduous and very dangerous journey in the Moonshiver Cliffs, which if you want to know what that's all about, you can go to the To Be Diced VODs on Twitch or to the To Be Diced Adventures YouTube channel and watch that episode that aired last week on Thursday and figure out all the things that happened and why I was right this whole time and why nobody should be mad at Cody. Accurate. Okay, I'm done.
Hey guys, I'm Dia. I have returned to the game. I play our lovely run to the half-orc that is Xenia Ironside, who is also known as our Pokemon Master with all of his monstrosities that he does love to summon and treat like his children because they might as well be. I hope no one died last session. Happens every time I'm gone.
Last session was apparently a flashback, but
We
it apparently, from what I've
Last
heard,
session
there's been
almost lost Grendel's
Yeah.
mother.
It's fine. Nobody died. If you enjoy what we do here on Thursdays, you'll also enjoy some of our other things that we do. We do Edge of the Empire, Star Wars, on Tuesday with our lovely Tarzan, 82855, as the DM for that. Valley of Endless War with our good friend Psymite.
Haven't had a session in the last 2 weeks, but yeah, we're still here.
Stay
We're gonna
tuned.
do it.
We're doing it. That's on Wednesdays, and then again Thursdays here for Tales of Vardin. And intermittently, we have some Dimensional Dial happening as well. The next one is coming up, I believe, in February.
February 2nd, 2-2.
February 2nd. There you go. So that's the shows we have coming up. Tune in for those as we have some really fun things coming up with all of that. And with that, well, let's see what happens on today's session. You guys. The party has traveled to the city of Grand Soren, capital city filled to the brim with magic. It's on the very wind that patrols the cobblestone streets. It's in every building, in every person. A pulse, if you will, emanating from the heart of the city. Large prismatic obelisk stands in the middle. On the edges of this city, a small glimpse, a little blip, as we finish a ritual with our friend Godi, Emerus, and an individual that is not with us for the time being, Millie. This ritual ending in a flash of starlight clears the mind of Iris. As her eyes clarify and she looks up, her expressionless face, expressionless no more, looks at Grendel and utters her name. Dahlia.
Grendel just kind of sits there upon watching like kind of the horrific moment that happened during this whole magical process, and then just suddenly seeing her mother going from like convulsing to just suddenly being coherent and recognizing her. She just sits there and she goes, like, yes, I know I've changed quite a bit. I've gotten very tall, but it's me, Dahlia.
Emrys kind of goes over to Godi, whispers in his ear, "And you were worried."
I never worry.
It's good. It's a good point.
Being probably in this moment, Godi, like at seeing, okay, everything's good, is going to relax the starry form so that there's not this cosmic being standing next to a person who just came out of a coma.
Luckily, she's very focused on
Now
this
there's just
individual.
a Goliath that looks like the Night King.
That's even better.
Good thing there's no Game of Thrones series in D&D, so just Goliath.
Oh man.
She will try to make it to her feet.
Gretel immediately rushes over to her and she goes, please do not try to push yourself. I think you've gone through a lot.
How close are you?
I would say Grendel probably would have been, like, while the ritual was going on, she would have given the space that Godi or like that Melanie needed to perform the ritual, but she would have been like right on the outskirts, like waiting for this to finish to like rush to help her mother if she needed to, like.
So you're rushing in then?
Yeah.
As you rush in, she grabs a hold in a grip that you feel will never let go.
What kind of hold? Like a hand hold, a hug hold, a headlock? Like, get over here! Like, what? I've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat as of late. I'm a little nervous.
You're wearing your breastplate, correct?
Yes. Wait, no, I'm wearing my breastplate. But she does not have her buckler on her.
Okay.
Soren.
The initial grasp will be in like the side of your breastplate, as if to pull you further in, and the other arm will wrap around into a hug.
Grendel immediately, like, she tries to just like seem happy, but you just kind of watch as her lip quivers for a moment and her eyes just well up with, like, I'm talking Studio Ghibli tears, and just starts sobbing as she wraps her arms around her mother, and she goes, it took me so long to find you, and I know you were still trying to find me, but I'm here now. It's okay. You don't need to look anymore. I promise.
What is the father and brother doing right now?
They're getting up from the blowback of everything. The brother is just kind of standing there waiting for their turn or their moment to hop in, and the father looks like he is about to make his way into that situation.
Emma's kind of like, come on, you get one chance to be with them.
They'll all congregate.
I will say
surround Iris and Grendel in this cluster in the middle of the room. As the tears flow, Iris lets out one final large sigh of relief before her mind begins to clear even more. And the look of relief and love and caring begins to turn to one of concern, bordering on fear.
Yeah.
What have you done? No. Tell you, we all need to run. We've got to get out of here. And she starts to push you away and begin to gather anything she can.
Mama, what do you mean? What is happening? You need to tell us, because we can help. We can help.
No, we have to get out of here. We have to get out of the city. We have to get as far away from here as possible.
Tell me, what is going to happen in Grand Sora, Mama? I need you to look at me. I know you just came out of whatever whoosh magic that you just came out of, but we can help. I know I might be your daughter, but I am much more than that now. I've grown up. I'm very big now. I'm good at fighting. I have friends who are good at fighting. What is going to happen? We can stop this. Just tell me.
You can't. You can't stop this. Grab your things. Run. Don't worry about anything else.
Oh, all right. You are free now. Your mind is clear.
Yes, and they'll find us
So,
soon enough. Especially
tell
with whatever
us.
you've done.
So that we know, who did we just piss off? Because they didn't seem keen to let you go.
Don't worry, Mama. I will find them and I will pummel them into a box.
We'll all will.
Are you saying that because you are now free from whatever affliction you had, somebody knows this?
They have this whole city monitored. Do you not understand what you've done?
Who has this whole city monitors, Mama?
A single cantrip can't go off in this town without someone knowing.
Uh-oh.
How? I don't understand whoosh magic.
Look, we should talk on the way, yeah? Get on the cart, yeah? And we'll get the fuck out of here. You'll come with us. We'll head south.
Stop packing. Get everything together.
Grendel, do as she says.
We'll do. What all do I need to grab, Mama? Here, I'll help load things up. We have everything that we need. And Grendel's just kind of in a panic. She is like, as she's like going back and forth trying to load things onto the cart, you just see flower petals and flowers like fucking spewing behind her and like spawning behind her, leaving just this trail and this pile of flower petals everywhere.
So, Godi, can you come outside with me and watch?
Uh,
You as well, because we need your eyes.
Yes, Godi is like being like very like, I should have seen this. I knew that there was divination through the magic. He just assumed we're in a residence. It's not going to be an issue. He didn't check. So he's now just like, why? I'm the person who checks. Why didn't I check? So
Do what you need to do. I'll go outside, and Xenia
What?
will cast Detect Good and Evil and start walking the perimeter of the house with Amarok.
As you go for the door, you open it. And standing there is a cloaked individual,
I'll fucking stab him.
getting ready to knock
kidding.
on the door.
no, not a surprise guest. Who's the surprise guest?
Oh,
You son of a.
Another fucking Trevor. If it's fucking Trevor, we're killing him. Oh shit! That's the surprise guest. Smash. Preemptive. Smash.
You bet.
Weave Eater is out
really
and
quick.
pointed toward this individual. I'm grabbing their cloak and I'm holding the point of Weave Eater. Who are you? What are you doing here? Speak.
Bring them in.
Bark.
I shove him in.
They don't resist.
Closing the door, and Godi's putting his back against it.
Yeah, you are detecting good and evil as you walk the perimeter.
Yes.
Once they're dealing with this individual.
Yes. They bring him in. Xenia slips out with Amarok. They're like, I don't care about this. You have him. It's whatever.
Um, as you bring this individual in, they don't struggle as you bring them in. They don't seem to be concerned. And then a voice speaks from under the cloak. I suppose it would be. I suppose I'm not surprised that you're being cautious, but Cody, this is no way to treat a friend.
What color are their eyes?
It's Harpin.
Ready? Do you know this individual?
He's going to just like sort of like sigh, calm down a moment, and goes, "Yes, you can let him go. Put your sword. Put your sword away." And he's going
What?
to just kind of like nod and just say,
Now
"Without
he's
this
kind of-
individual, none of us
kind
would
of-
be on this journey."
Cleans you up and detwists your cloak. Rain grabbed it. Sorry.
Good cautionary reaction. I wouldn't have it any other way. For those of you who don't know, what you're seeing is you're seeing this tan skin individual, male presenting individual with his green left eye, hazel right eye. As they remove their cloak, you see they have this curly black hair being held in like a sort of like a man bun of sorts, like a little ponytail. It's kind of messy but elegant. And underneath the cloak, you can see that they're wearing a tunic with some very beautifully made details of like filigree and seam that are curved and very well adorned. They are very thin. They have a feminine flair to their mannerisms and uh, behaviors. But overall, they seem to be very calm and composed. And when they look at you, it seems as though they're looking through. And they now stand there taking in the room and everybody currently inside.
Other than the party, there are three individuals: an orc, a elf, and a half orc. All family. You would know them all three. One to be Gormond, Iris, and Oleander.
Did it
However-
have something? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can we have something that protected against divination?
I know that Xenia has a necklace, but that's only one person. Yes, Cody gave it back before he left.
Xenia, would you be willing to part with that?
Xenia's
part
not
of
there.
Yeah, Xenia's
Oh, right.
checking the perimeter.
I'll ask him later.
We'll ask when he returns. Cody's going to, with all of this, sort of like shake his head and just like, I'm going to guess that this interaction is happening between Harpoon and Emerus. Like, they're kind of talking. He's kind of letting them know, yeah, no, like, I see what's going on. And
You know
Cody's going to get his attention by just saying, Delia, do you need to be caught up on the situation, or do you already know?
I believe that there are more urgent matters for you to take care of at present. Still, it is good to see a familiar face come back to their normal self. And they say that as they turn to look at Iris's face.
Does Iris know you?
Which Harpon does Iris know? And is it one of the three that we're aware of?
Does Grundle at any at any time while she's loading things up, does she see her pawn?
Yeah.
Like halfway through, she's carrying like 3 boxes all stacked on top of each other. She stops for a minute. She just kind of looks, her eyes down. And she goes, "What are you doing here?" Why are you speaking to my mother?
I suppose she and I may have met long, long time ago, but it is not me that she knows. And Harpin sort of pauses themselves and raises a hand as they go. But I believe time is of the essence, so there will be something to be answered later.
Why
I
is
have
it?
eyes out. He says, "I have eyes outside." So, as of now, we can continue to prepare.
Is
I
she
don't
with you?
think that every time you show up that things tend to go to disasters, but I'm going to ignore that for right now, considering I'm trying to help my family. And she is going to go right back to loading things back up in the cart.
Harpin looks at Godi and says, "No, I do not
How is
think it
she?
was." How is she, Chris?
How is who?
How is Opal?
Wells.
Oh. Opal's doing
Cody
well.
be asking Harpon about how is she?
Opal's doing well. She's probably a good. She's still recovering from the ordeal. Just the poison running through the veins was specifically formulated for her type of being. However, everything seems to be progressing as needed, and she is still on track to deliver in the next 3 months.
So I would say that Harpin sort of gives you a nod as he says, "Recovering, but I think you and I both know that she's quite a mighty, formidable creature."
And she's in good hands. Okay. And he's going to, at the quickest debrief that he can, basically just apparently we have brought attention to ourselves yet again when we should not have. It is a immediate evacuation of everybody in this room out of the city of Grandsoren. And whether or not he knows or not, because Godi now knows because he cannot forget anything, he's going to name the butcher shop that we came in through and say, wait a minute, we had somewhere else that we had to go. Fuck, we can't go back that way. We got to go out of the city, like physically. Shoot!
As you are saying that, the door will burst open and you see Zenya's head popping. Sorry to interrupt this beautiful reunion. Your dear friend, that fiend Trevor, was hanging around outside.
What
Grendel
is it,
just
Trevor?
can Grendel hear this?
Probably. We're all like trying to frantically get shit together, so I don't think anybody's keeping secrets.
Grendel like she loads the 3 boxes she has in her hands onto the fucking cart, and she stops. She goes, "Trevor's here? Are you fucking kidding me? The last thing we need is fucking Trevor!" And she is just.
Dahlia! Language!
Oh,
Dahlia kind of sits there. She kind of pauses her. She goes, "Excuse me. Fire trucking, Trevor."
Fire trucks, cannon, and Tales of Vardin.
Hey, it's a cart.
no,
that's
it's
on
a
fire.
cart that has a barrel that with water. That,
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I always thought that it was a cart that was just lit on fire, but I guess there's a way to go about it.
do not tell Grendel to call the fire truck.
I would say that probably Harpin has, as per usual, his familiar flying outside,
Okay.
just to keep eyes out and about.
Go
All right.
ahead and roll me a perception check with your familiar.
I will go out and I will deal with Trevor. Because Grendel's clearly not in a logical state of mind right now.
I will say, once Grendel loads everything up on the cart, she will go to her mother and try to take a moment to sit and just talk with her and ask if she's seen anything while she was in her brain coma that would be needed for any current events that are going on.
My poor familiar rolled a nat 1.
Okay, that's why I got a 32.
Wow.
I love Xenia.
Xenia is fucking broken, and we love it. We love them for it. We love them for it so much.
I'm
Yeah,
so
except his charisma is 0. He's just
I got you.
pretty.
Cody's
I got you,
charisma is
babe.
negative.
That's why I'm the talker.
Oh fuck. Okay.
There's a lot of typing.
Really quick. Looking over Iris. Cody's gonna try to do a quick assessment to try to figure out what she might need the most. I mean, being whatever state it was for a very long time. Not sure if she needs, like, if her mental faculties need to be reinforced, or if muscle atrophy has kicked in, or if she's just like feeling sick. And mechanically, I am trying to figure out which version of enhance ability I'm about to cast on this woman who seems to know everything that's fucking going on.
Gotcha.
Smash.
Her mind seems sharp. It seems busy at the moment, just kind of catching up on everything. You are very correct in the sense of, like, she's having a hard time getting around. That's the most visible thing. Is she has sat in a chair for the last 20 years, probably.
Cat's grace.
That's like the big thing.
The big thing would be her physical strength, just trying to get around.
Physical strength. So literally just to try to give her, like, get her to a point where she is able to do the things that she needs to do. Then Cody's just going to, like, approach her, like, in a moment that they're about to pass, and just be like, "One moment, please. You will appreciate this." And on, like, the inside of her elbows draws a reinforcing rune, casts bull strength, so she has advantage on strength checks, and her carrying capacity is doubled. And I can concentrate on that for an hour.
Beautiful.
Nice.
On the way out the door to see Trevor, I stopped by Xenia in the door.
Why did that roll dice? I'm sorry.
Xenia, she might need your necklace if we're to hide her.
That necklace was given to Shu because we did not want Trevor to catch him.
Suzala.
Oh, fuck. I
But
might
from
need
what
to
my
go-
papa told me, it is a common item, so perhaps if there are magic shops, it should not be too difficult to
We
find.
don't have. We do not want to venture further into the city right now. We want to get out.
I believe I can help with that.
Oh,
You see Harpin has a moment of takes the cloak off, and then you see them roll a they let's see, I'm trying to figure out what's the best way for me to proceed to do this. Yeah, hell, I'm not sure. Harpin, you see them grab and start rolling one of the sleeves of their tunic. And then they reach for the dagger that they usually have in their belt. And you see them put their arm up, and then they start making a cut on their own forearm on the inside.
oh!
Well, do you need the band-aid?
I'll be fine. And then after that, they start reaching for something inside. And you just see them kind of composed, but you can definitely see the struggle. Like, there's no anesthetic on this. They're just muscling through. And then it's just that moment of, wasn't planning for this. And they take out an item, small circular item. And it's an amulet of proof against detection and location.
This one's just got an answer for
Is
everything.
he just his own
Goodness.
like body of holding? Like what the fuck?
Hearing what Emrys said, Gody just says, yes.
So you see that moment of Harpin holds it and then sort of gestures it to Gody because, he trusts. He's gotten more interactions with Gody.
Absolutely. Fun fact, I don't have prestidigitation anymore, or else I would clean this off.
Emrys will take a little water out of the bowl that her mother used to use to wash herself, and will just hold a little ball of water, which you could drop it through.
No, just
In his hands.
wash it off really quick so it's not actively bloody. Just thank you. And then right back again, passing Iris again. This will stop eventually, and then stop her again. Put the end of it on her.
Actually, prestidigitation on that, by the way.
Hey, beautiful. Remember, kids, bloodborne disease is not anything to mess around with. Be safe at all times.
Watch that.
Is there a fireplace here? Okay. Yeah, Harpin proceeds to go to the fireplace to heat the blade.
I could take care of that for you.
No, we can do better. Come on. No.
He just holds the arm.
Do you want to, or do you want me to?
I don't have any healing. I was just saying we could do better. Grendel has healing, for Christ's sake.
I don't have my buckler on me though. I can't do anything.
It is fine. And Gody just looks over his shoulder and just says, "Thee was," and the rune comes out of his mouth in a spectral form. Healing word.
Smash?
Where's your buckler?
From what I was told by William, I am not allowed to carry my buckler into Grand Soren because from what Mama said that we can't even cast a cantrip, whatever the fuck that is, in the city without being known.
Grendel,
I was
we're
told
about
that
to go on a large trip to the south.
I'm able to get my buckler when I need it.
Okay. I was very scared for a moment.
because she still has her hole, like she still has the portable hole on her. It's just she knows not. She was told specifically after the incident with her family being attacked and with Trevor and everything to not bring her buckler into Grand Soren.
Can you have the portable hole on you? Because we walked through the portable hole to get into Grand Soren.
That's true. You can't have it.
It's technically still on the ship or wherever we originally used it from.
That's right.
Oh fuck!
So you have to have your buckler on you right now. I could
Well,
put
I
it
mean,
in my
I'm not.
bag
Wait,
of
no.
holding.
I thought we put it in a bag holding, or
Yeah,
I put it in a
in
bag.
Rico.
Yeah, we did. We did put it in a bag of holding with like a. Wasn't there like a
A lead
container?
box.
Yeah, a lead box.
Yeah.
If you're ever unsure of what anything is, we can always just assume Rico ate it.
That's fair.
But who currently has the bag of holding right now?
I
Okay.
generally have it.
Okay, so yeah, Grendel just kind of looks at Emma. She goes, "Well, it's in the bag right now because we're in Grand Soren. We're not supposed to have the buckler."
Right. I just forgot.
That being said, is the
Yes.
sunstone in the bag of holding?
Is what?
Is the sunstone in the bag of holding? Because same procedures.
Sunstone.
Then you can like
Mine-
hide the sunstone under clothes. So
Not anymore. They're just under scrying all the time.
Yeah, no, you cannot bring any of the amber
I
paragons.
do
into
have a
Grand
separate
Soren.
lead box from when we took the 2 items on the ship.
We
I still
cannot
have
br-
the lead
yeah.
boxes.
We cannot
So
bring
we
any
would
of the
have-
paragon pieces into
If
Grand
needed, I can
Soren.
put
That was what
both
we
of
were
them in the
told.
bag of holding.
If that was what was discussed last session and you told Xenia that, Xenia would have listened and fed the lead box to Rico.
Fair.
There we go.
Actually,
Pac-Monk
trust
reference.
Rico.
Rico
more
is his
than-
pack-monk, which is basically like chipmunk. Each cheek is basically a bag of holding, so he just eats everything like Rico from Penguins in Madagascar.
Not broken at all.
Nope.
And
It's
you
fine.
see, it works because
The
it's a
baby.
separate bag of holdings on either side. It's not one inside of another. However, if he like sucked his cheeks in really hard, then you might have a black hole.
No. Let's hope
Rico,
he never gets
we
the
need a
grid bag next
paradox. So we now know what we're gonna do when we're
Rico,
all
make the model face.
we are out of spell slots, we are out of health, we are out of everything. We send Rico in. Agent Rico goes in.
Rico, go Zoolander.
Oh Christ!
He
All right.
turned left.
Okay, so by this point, I would say we have been able to gather up whatever is needed to quickly head out the door. Emerus, are you still wanting to talk with Trevor?
I'm striding out. I'm walking straight up to that motherfucker.
Okay, yeah, you head off in the direction that Xenia had pointed out. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
I'm so good at these. That's actually not bad. 20.
20. All right, cool. Are you approaching quietly, or are you heading there just as
I'm stomping up to
quickly?
that motherfucker. Our business was concluded. We need to hash it out.
At the same time that you are walking up to this individual, another person has found Trevor Malfort and is preparing to engage in conversation in the middle of the street.
I knew it, and yet.
Good evening.
Mate, what are you doing over here?
Taking a night stroll. What are you doing here?
I'm finding my crew.
Oh, well, they're just back that way, about 3 blocks, just to the left. Quaint little house, you can't miss it. They're actually getting ready to leave, so might want to hurry.
Okay. Well, appreciate that little heads up. What's the situation with that Ocularian individual that we brought to you?
Our business is concluded, and to my knowledge, they are headed home.
Good. Well, no particular reason why you're in this area, and you just stroll in the streets. No ulterior plans.
I own a few things around here. I'm checking on them. If you must know.
I'd say that at this point, this is when William probably notices Emerus strolling up. He rolled a 21 on his perception.
Marching up slow-mo with the guitar riff from 300 going in the background.
Yeah, well, looks like my crew found me. All right. Good. Real quick, you ain't looking for any transports for any goods or anything?
Transports for goods? I think I'm well covered on that front.
All right, just looking to pay me crew, so never too sure. Well, have a good one, fucker.
If you are looking to make some coin and quickly, just let me know.
Tell you what, if you could do me a favor, hold your breath on that. I'll be right back with you.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Oh my god. Man can't exist in this fucking city without getting yelled at. My goodness, has all sensibility escaped you? I live here. I'm walking around, getting some exercise. You should do the same.
Does this district look anything like anywhere he would have?
It's mostly residential.
Yeah.
Around this area.
Full of shit. What the hell would you own around here? You're a highfalutin type.
William's gonna lean into him a little bit and just give a deep intake. Just what does he smell?
On Trevor?
Yeah.
Sulfur.
Supernatural theme starts playing.
Carry on my wayward son.
He smells like
Bitch.
Smells like somebody opening up a whole ass can of bitch
God,
up
I
in
miss
here.
playing with you. I miss playing with you, Matt. Fuck, I miss playing with you. God damn. Oh, god damn.
That pause was
he
just a little
smells-
too long.
yeah. He
like
smells comforting and warm, as opposed to what you would imagine him smelling like, or what you would like
That
for him
worse
to
than
smell like.
bitch.
Smells like almonds. That's arsenic. Get the fuck away.
He smells like mahogany and teak wood.
It's mahogany.
That is mahogany.
A very rich type of cologne that has very warm and welcoming scents.
Well, you definitely smell like you're from around here, but whatever, mate. Take care of the city for me. We'll be back to unfuck whatever you do.
Unfuck whatever I do.
Hopefully.
My dear chap. Never mind, I'm not going to say anything.
I'm gonna
Good
cut
night.
straight through this shit. Do you
Oh,
know
we're still
about what
talking.
we just done?
Of course I do.
Right.
Fuck did you just do, mate?
We
What the fuck did you just do, mate?
Grendel's mother is okay. We fixed her. But now we have to run.
Okay, cool. Well, at least I know that you have the bag of holding on you right now, right?
I do, yeah.
Pulls out the Sea King's Fang. Put this away now.
I take the Sea King's Fang and I put it in the bag of holding.
This is your fucking rule.
That's why he came tracking the party down. Turns to Trevor. Thank you for giving that back, by the way, mate.
You're welcome.
Did
As
Trevor see that it was fixed?
I mean, there wasn't any indication that it wasn't working, except for when he had it.
Come on. Did Trevor look like he saw that it was
Did he
fixed?
recognize that was fixed?
Make an insight check for me.
I am going to peel my face off.
I'm jumping on that insight check as well.
You're helping me?
Grendel will not approve of
Yeah.
that.
I give guidance from the house.
Mm-hmm.
3 blocks away.
You just
If
hear-
you're helping me, I'll re-roll. But if
Listen,
not, roll your
I
own.
can't leave that fucking sword on the ship with a bunch of people that I now suspect of possibly trying to betray me.
Cody's now a druid, so guidance probably you just hear caca from the house.
From his familiar. From his familiar.
I'm gonna re-roll it again because if he was helping me, Jesus Christ. Okay. Emerson is not insightful. That was 2 4s for a 5.
I think William's a little more preoccupied looking at Emrys as he's handing off the sword. So, yeah, he wouldn't pick up on it. Just shoves the Sea King's Fang into the bag of holding, turning back to him. Yeah, thank you for, sticking up to your word. As much as I detest you, you stick to the deals.
A deal's a
that.
deal.
Still don't like him.
From the sounds of it, we need to get out of this city quick. What would you recommend?
What I recommend?
The south gate, maybe?
Most
Perhaps?
likely, it's the closest one.
Yeah.
If you're going non-magical means out of the city. I would be remiss if I didn't say that you're completely safe, my dear friend. And he looks at Emrys. The hurry that you're in to get out of the city, haven't you noticed? It's been at least 30 minutes. The street is still quiet. Why is that?
Yes. Why?
Indeed.
Are you our mysterious benefactor then? Keeping eyes away.
Possibly.
I don't want to give him too much credit, but I think it's more along the lines that whatever you undid, the bigger picture is not that concerned about.
Let me ask you this. How is the Gourmand family?
Much better now, thank you.
And William starts gritting his teeth.
Good. I'm glad. I'm sure
What is
they'll
your
enjoy that
motivation?
farm outside. My motivation?
Yes.
Business. At all times.
So you no longer, whatever you did back at with the Gourmands, you feared that it was drawing the attention of the city.
They're
Correct.
staying the night.
This was being addressed to Emrys. Sorry.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So whatever you
We're
did,
leaving this city anyway, Captain. We're headed out. We're gonna go south to
okay.
my home.
Okay.
It's actually a farming village. They might do well there.
Well, why don't you? I'm gonna finish up with Trevor here. Let the rest of the crew know that the urgency is not needed. I'll be over in a second once we wrap.
I think we'll just fuck off quick anyway.
Probably. Especially since I was carrying the Sea King's Fang.
Are you coming with us?
I
thought you
handled
were
my
gonna stay.
business. I handled my business and I delegated a passion project to someone else. I'm confident that they'll pull off my vision. We'll see. If not, I'll just fucking kill them.
All right, then.
Just kidding. That was a joke, mate.
No, glad to have you along, honestly. And
Okay, Trevor. Thank you for being an upstanding piece of shit, as always. Like I said, hold your breath. If on me coming back to you for the paid work, it was more of just a curiosity thing. But we'll see you around, I'm sure.
Of course.
You sure you don't work for the Midnight Court? I mean, you said you don't, but
I work for myself. My affiliations are my own.
all right. You said this before. And, you never hurts to ask multiple times, especially with friends around. Hey, Emrys, was he lying?
fuck if I know.
That was above table. I'm trying to get you to do an insight.
Why don't you insight, Mr. Technical
Yeah,
Assessment?
I'm shit all in insight.
I guess that is a good point. I guess I could do that insight check. Can I roll an insight to see if he's bullshitting me still?
Go for it.
Maybe Emrys can help you insight.
Maybe Zenya should have
Shake your
followed.
head.
22.
Okay, there we go.
That's another tactical and superiority die burned for it.
As before, he does seem to be telling the truth.
He's got a high deceptive passive of this bitch. But yeah, no. There's like a moment of like you gonna finally you want to say what was really going on or no? Okay, cool. Finally, he relents and just starts to break away. Pulls out his flask and just takes a quick drink.
As Trevor begins to walk away from this encounter, he just says over his shoulder, "Have a good night. The house is nice and cozy."
Yep, will do. Remember, hold your breath, please.
Holding.
He just returns with Emrys back to work.
I kind of grab him by the arm. as he's walking away. Beginning to think he doesn't deserve all this mistrust.
Yeah, maybe.
Why would he help us?
I have my theories, but I got nothing concrete, man. But
All right, let's go.
the one thing I can respect is he does uphold a deal.
Certainly does that. He also tends to profit more off the deals he makes than anyone on the other side.
Would you make a deal that you didn't come out on top of?
I don't really make deals. I just steal shit.
But that's still putting you up first. It's just basic nature. We don't have to like it. I
My
certainly
wife and
don't.
child are waiting. Let's go.
You don't mind me joining along?
No, please, come.
Yeah.
Glad to have you.
Originally wasn't intending on coming along, but my ears kept fucking burning. So felt motivated. Checked out.
Hmm.
You weren't talking about me behind my back, were
Only about your hair.
you?
It's just so lustrous, we can't help but talk about
Both
it.
out of character, in character. William's cracking up. Just yeah. Returns with Emrys back to the rest of the group. To which I'm guessing I see Harpon over here. Fuck, aren't you dead, mate?
Muted.
Goldie,
There we go.
As you ask that question, Harpon just sort of looks at you level evenly, and he just as you.
Yeah, this is a good point. Harpon, you do notice a very stark difference in William's appearance. The whole left side of his face, from the cheekbone down, seems what appears to be like a type of infection is black dragon scale. It retracts down his neck. His left arm, no longer human. It has 4 digits and is a dragonborn's arm.
Cool.
And his
so
eyes
yeah.
are now glowing green.
Interesting.
Is the left arm the one that had the infernal chains and shit locked to them?
No, I have not attuned to those chains.
I thought they were cursed.
They are.
Question.
William learned.
The past few sessions, why wasn't this mentioned to the person with a passive perception of 19?
Because you hadn't encountered William until now.
The other day? It wasn't like this in fucking...
Oh, shit. No. Well, he mentioned... I watched the clip. He mentioned that there is some scales. But it is now more solidified. Or it has progressed, I would say.
we did one exorcism today.
But yeah.
We're off the radar, so let's double down.
Melee! But yeah,
we got to do something about the...
you definitely see a Goaty, this is a complete shock for you, for sure. Which, also... actually, we did encounter at the library, that's right, so... Yeah, twice.
Trying to get around.
I will say he does take notice to you kind of looking at him strangely, and then takes into account that his condition has progressively worsened. And he's like, yeah, it's a drawback. But honestly, I don't really miss my pinky finger all that much.
To which, it's the first time Emrys is taking a good look at the hand and the arm, and he goes, wait, that's not just eczema. I thought that was just really fucking bad eczema.
Because there is other shit going on, Godi is going to just kind of like see it and just say, still happy about your deal, and then go back to helping load up the cart.
Oh, we all have our prices we're willing to pay, mate.
And above table, I'm just going to point out to Emrys that something that happened 30 seconds ago was William saying, would you make a deal that you didn't come out on top of?
Mm-hmm.
He would.
Sir DM, just, I don't know, we can do it in DMs or not, but I did mention that there's certain spell that KD requested to be cast upon him before he came here, which most likely it's still active.
True.
Which, curiously, very interested spell to be active, particularly when looking at William.
Millie's in this room currently, correct?
Maybe.
Yeah, he was.
The question is, do you see Millie in the room?
With a 21, I hope so.
Millie may or may not be. This is Schrodinger's Millie.
I will roll a stealth because that is how Millie plays.
I hate you. And also, I love it.
Emrys is going to stealth because he hasn't stealthed in a while.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
I fucking hate you so much.
I
love it in any situation when another player rolls anything over a 20 and Tarzan is in the room.
Fucking hate all of you.
Oh, I lied to you. It's 17 plus 15, whatever that math is.
32?
You're psychotic. You're out of your fucking mind.
How are you better at stealth than me?
Let's just say
Genetics?
hard and a lot of decks.
Well, nonetheless, seeing the crew assembled. All right, well, we got Xenia Grandon, Emrys, and fucking hopping back from the dead. What else are we missing? Millie? Wait, where the fuck did Emrys go?
I'm still here.
I
didn't stealth very well. I got a fucking 13.
Oh, shit. Yeah, goddamn. So I never lost sight of you. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
William,
he tried to stand in a dark corner, but it wasn't that dark.
William, I would like for you to officially meet my mother. This is Iris. Iris, this is my captain, William.
She is moving about frantically, looks up for just a moment, and goes, pleased to meet you. Let's get out of here.
We're kind of in a rush. Do you want to help us, William? And
Iris, hold it. We've had help. Someone masked our attempt to save you.
That's one perspective. The other perspective is that whatever you uncovered, the Magisterium's no longer concerned about.
So,
Iris, is it? What did you learn about? What is the Magisterium protecting?
You think I'm crazy enough to talk to you right here? Absolutely.
No, I think we should travel south a bit. Let's do that.
I mean,
let's get out of town. Should be more comfortable there.
You know, 2 of our prizes reside here in the city, right?
Yes. I saw the map, just like he did.
well, they did say that they can, people can't even let off catnips without people knowing.
Actually, Amroyce was a crystal statue at the time, so I didn't steal the map. I'm lying.
William would have shown you. He would have had a rough sketch. That's part of his MO. He sketches everything he sees.
Like Xenia. Oh, cute.
Except Xenia's is a way better detailed sketch. William's is more of a rough sketch. It's just the essential information that is needed. But that being said, turning to Xenia, can we honestly afford deviation from our mission right now? I know we've been working hard for months now. And this is not me trying to stop you from what you're doing. It's just I'm trying to provide context. We are on a timeline, people. If you are all on board with this trip, I will support it. But we need to all be in agreement. I'm sorry, Emrys, but it's just...
No, I understand. And I don't actually need all of you to come with me. If some of you need to stay here and work toward your goal, I get it. But I think for these pieces in Grand Soren, it's going to take all of us.
All right. That's my biggest concern. I honestly don't even think we can take pieces here.
I will say, I won't be gone long. We do have the Waystone to come right back to Port Karashi, and then we can use the portal to come right back here, if needed. So it's only the time to make the trip down there.
Is there a way to travel to where you want to go faster?
I want to get Trevor back on the horn.
I mean,
I don't like it any more than you do, but he would be able to teleport us.
I don't think you'd be able to, but I'm sure he has connections. That being said, we can achieve what your goals are in an expedient fashion. We could all travel as a group and do it that way.
It's going to take, what, roughly 2 months? Or roughly half a month to get all the way down to Asura?
All the way down to Asura. If you used some land travel and then took the boats following the river trails down, that would expedite your travel. You could probably get there in about a week.
Would William know of any type of air travel?
Mm-mm.
Not at all?
Would Harpen be able to provide any assistance with the travel?
Potentially.
That being said, we can't make a final decision without all of the crew here. So where the fuck is Millie?
What is this Harpon?
Harpen's a squirrely motherfucker, apparently. William did not see him go down with the Silver Dragon. He came up after that shit went down. But he was told that Harpen went down with the Silver Dragon. So, last I was aware, you fucking died in a swan dive with a fucking Silver Dragon Knight.
Indeed, it's been a while.
I still don't fucking trust you, but I respect you, Knight. That's fine.
Billy, come on now, bud. We're only here. Come on. I need your help.
You got me on that one, old Emrys. How's everybody doing tonight?
Motherfucker.
Yeah, Millie just comes out of the shadow works.
Grabbing his chest, just like,
Yo, Millie!
Well, howdy, Miss Grindle.
All right. Now that
No
we're all
idea
here.
where you came from.
1 second. Xavier, if you could check your DMs here in a second. There you are.
These big impressive cities, do they not have teleportation circles of their own accord? Is there not some way to interconnect them?
Definitely not to my hometown. My hometown doesn't
Not to
have
your
anything.
hometown, but somewhere closer still.
They would
Maybe.
likely be very expensive and monitored.
Mm.
I can assist with that if needed.
If there's anything that needs lifting, I'm here.
Yeah. So, we're all in agreement that we're gonna take this trip for Emrys. Good. I will travel with you. I had full disclosure. I was trying to build a flamethrower for the ship.
Ooh.
I have since delegated it to some capable smiths in Kirashi, as I feel like you guys could benefit from my help more.
Sir, isn't a ship made out of wood?
All right.
What?
It would have been mounted at the bow for ramming purposes.
No.
Upon impact, the gouts of flames would be projected and engulf anybody on the surface of the deck in flame. That was my design.
Right. Where's the tanks for the flammable material being stored?
These are cannons, mate. I'm not trying. What are you talking about, tanks?
You gotta fill the fucking flamethrower somehow.
You throw a couple alchemist fires in the cannon tubes, and you're good to go. What are you talking about?
Doty's still packing things up. Doty just overhearing this, just going, would it not be more beneficial to just hire somebody who can cast magic and station them at the front of the ship?
Yeah, I was trying to pair it up with the ramming maneuver, mate. You know, so as we ram a
Goldie,
ship.
you need to understand. William loves using alchemist fire. There was one time when we were fighting this giant, like multiple-headed sort of like hydra. He ended up eating alchemist fire and set himself on fire.
Grendel, he was there for that, mate. Oh shit, that's right. No, I'm sorry. Disregard.
Grendel's gonna kind of just like, she's gonna kind of like get like a sad look on her face, and she's just gonna walk away and continue loading up our.
Now William feels really fucking bad.
What's everyone's passive perception?
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
15.
Just nobody answer but Xenia.
21.
What?
Passive perception is an 8.
23?
Jesus!
There's another guy in the Out of the Abyss campaign I'm in. His passive is fucking 31. I don't know how he's pulled it off, but that's insane.
You
I
can
think
do
like
it.
alert or observant. I like the observant feat. But yeah, 23.
Anyone over, I would say, 13.
Grendel doesn't see shit.
You're doing what your mom said. Grab that stuff, put it on the cart. We're getting out of here. Grab everything: blankets, food, anything you need to travel or camp with, anything to survive on the road. So you're doing that. Iris has stopped frantically running around and is holding herself with one hand on the table currently.
Grendel immediately drops whatever she is carrying and goes over. Or is this if the passive is above 13? Because if not, Grendel doesn't see shit.
It's 13.
Yeah, so Grendel does not notice anything. She is still actively trying to.
William rushes over.
Doty notices, and the thought is that shouldn't happen. I just made her stronger.
Katie's reaction is to tap into their familiar outside that's flying around and patrolling, just in case they see anything of relevance.
Oh, she's it. What's wrong?
William, you would have seen something like this in your time at war. A young mind can only be pushed so far before it breaks,
Shell shot.
Yeah.
before everything settles in after the fact, when the adrenaline is gone and what happened really starts to soak in. A
Yeah.
1,000-yard stare into the fire, and she is just repeating, "We have to leave. We have to leave. We have to go. Go. Leave."
Iris. Focus on my voice. Focus. Slow your breaths. Breathe with me. Everything is fine. The situation is controlled.
We have to go.
Emerson is
Yeah.
going to freeze a little bit of water in his hands into 2 ice cubes and just and close her hands around them.
Focus on the contact. The cold ice. My deep breaths mimic my breaths. In. Out. In. Out. It's
A well of tears is lined up on her eyes as they begin to crest and fall down her cheeks.
William pulls out a kerchief from his breast pocket and holds it out to her. You've been through a lot, lass. You can't even imagine what you've gone through. Searching for your daughter. For years. But you're in safe company. If anything were to come for us now, here in this moment, we would all fight tooth and fucking nail to protect you. We are all capable individuals. I would trust each and every member in this room with my life. I ask that you place that same faith in them.
Gorman walks over and puts a hand on Iris, and she immediately turns into his chest and just begins to sob as he stands there to comfort her.
What she's going through is something I've seen in my men time and time again.
Any
I would
advice
say-
is to
I
help.
would say Gormand is very well aware. He's been through a lot of the same.
She needs air, she needs water.
She needs to
She's
leave
a
this fucking city.
She can use a change of scenery.
Yeah.
So let's prepare to relocate for the time being. I'm going to go talk with Trevor and see if there's a way that we can cover more ground in a shorter time span. It'll put me in a debt with him, sure, but
Is there a better option? I'm trying to go through my mind.
unless Harpon speaks up.
Money, please.
William does not know that Harpon can travel great distances. He just knows this motherfucker can survive death, apparently.
Sir DM,
Mm-hmm.
I will leave it at your discretion as to which type of assistance I can offer.
Oh, I almost forgot. Official reveal of Calibrand's dice now, which is what William is now fused with.
Cool.
Well, I gotta get rid of this fucking backscreen.
You'd have connections to a city just a few hours travel from Isilra to the south. Your thread runs steep through this city as well. There may be a way to get them there. You just have to move them through the city.
Ooh. That's the kicker.
Would I know whether or not their likeness is a risk?
William's face in this city definitely
Wanted
is.
posters.
Right.
Wanted posters all over the fucking place.
As for the rest of them, possibly Emerus, but they are disguised as Thomas Giles. So
Tom
he's got
Gillis.
that- Tom Gillis. I'm sorry. So he's got that one taken care of.
The only benefit for William is that he knows the city pretty well and is, yeah.
The only other person that could potentially be an issue moving freely as they are is Iris.
Pardon me, everybody. Lord DM question. How far is my estate from Grand Soren?
Your tavern?
Yes.
Your tavern is in the lower ring, so it's close by from where you're at here.
Okay. Is in orientation north, south, east, and west.
North.
And we're in opposite of where we have to go. North still. Whoa.
What just happened? Okay. From where you're at north, if you're heading out the south gate and traveling on foot, that would be the way you're headed is south. But it is further into the city than where you're at right now.
Could I, in character, offer a solution to our predicament for safe travel? It'll allow you all to kind of tend to your needs as I carry us from where we are north of Grand Soren without being detected. Plus, it'll bring some revenue back to not only my place, but to you all as well.
What have you done, Millie?
Let's just say Millie's been working. And he'll hold out his, I guess, portable hole and offer everyone to step in.
Fucking what?
He finally got another one?
You sneaky fucker.
Oh, and Captain, by the way, when you step in, I'll explain everything after the event. But if you ever need to go to the ship, there's a node that you can access to go right into the ship as need be in order to do anything, not only yourself and the crew itself.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Get you?
Now that you're here, how's my daughter?
She is very well right now. As it seems, fate has decided to allow her to live to see another day. Granted, there are some things that need to be addressed. However, all can be healed over time. It's just a matter of fate.
Okay, Millie. I'll trust the process.
So much typing.
As long as she's okay. That's all I care about, right? Is she here in the city?
Millie will ponder and rub his chin while looking up to the ceiling for a little bit of DM's intuition on the subject at hand. No, she actually went to do things that she needed to complete. But if you need to speak with her, I can see if I can raise her on the wind.
Oh, it's fine. I just needed to know that she was all right. All right. Well, we have our heading for the time being. Let's all relocate. Get it the fuck out of here before any attention is drawn our way.
So
I would like to ask that Xenia remains out, however. Second pair of eyes will be nice.
I can do that.
All right. I see you. Gather your shit. Let's move.
are we taking all of their belongings in with us, or it's just the people?
Let's take all of it. I don't see any reason not to.
All right. Unpack the car
Let's take the car. Grendel can handle it.
through the portable hole.
It's a 20 by 20 foot hole. The square
10 by
is
10.
10 by 10. That shit will fit. 20-foot radius.
Could we just hold up the hole like in
No.
front of it, and then we can
It's,
walk?
it's
and push
10 by
parts of
10
it?
opening. It's very small.
It's a 10-foot diameter hole, and that would be a 5-foot radius.
I read that wrong. I read that so wrong. It's a 4 square, not a 20 square. Got it.
So even if the cart is a little less than 10 feet wide, that is still square peg, round hole.
Round hole.
Yeah.
Unless
I
our
thought
DM is a fan of Looney Tunes and it does the Acme just like suck into the hole. Because technically that's what happens with a or with a bag of holding. As long as you can get a piece of something, the rest just
that
goes.
also is what happens with Rico. I mean, the motherfucker is the size of a fucking beanbag, and he's able to eat fucking books and shit. The fuck? Or a hacky sack, I should say, it would be the more accurate size description.
I'm
This
waiting
motherfucker's
for the
able to eat a
day
book.
that Rico just vomits up an entire galleon. Just like, oh, well, we need a ship.
Oh, Davy Jones over here got it. So, I mean, we could potentially fit this motherfucker in. Granted, there's fucking carts all over the Grand Sorn. We don't have to be beholden to one. So yeah, let's move all the gear and the family through this portable hole.
There's 7 people here, one of which is Grendel, and then we have the family as well. We can definitely just conga line this all the way through the hole.
As long as the hole doesn't get left behind, we should be fine.
Well, you can't really grab a portable hole from the inside of it.
Well, that's the thing. The relocation is still within Grand Soren, so I would hope Millie would just pick up the hole and relocate physically, and not leave it behind.
So is that what we're doing? Is everybody's getting in the hole and we're traversing the city?
Everyone's getting into the hole except for myself and Millie were staying out, and Damarok and Rico.
Okay.
I will say I am very nervous about leaving the portable hole back on the Pale Lady with the rest of the crew. That is questionable at best, and when it comes to loyalty.
If that's the case, someone
Why
go
do you have to
ahead
bring this up?
and make me a. Well, it has to be Millie or Xenia. Go ahead and make me a. Let's just say a stealth check.
Oh,
Let's go with
sweet.
that.
Really?
Very well. We shall roll a d20. We are going to use a luck point. 33, 16 plus 15. Is that right
Nice.
math? As Millie turns into a giant raven and waits to see if Xenia mounts. If not, he's flying off.
Smash?
Go. Xenia will not mount you because he will make sure we have eyes on the ground as much as the sky.
Okay.
I'm
Then
going
he'll
to.
grab a portable hole and he will take to the skies.
He will pet your wing before he goes.
I'm going to
Call.
say that I think Harpon is going to stay as
Okay.
well. I don't know that he's much trusting of going into the hole and wherever they're going to end up. That's a 26 stealth.
Okay.
Ew. William doesn't
Yeah.
see it.
You're making your way through the city inconspicuously, not really drawing any attention, moving through alleyways and on rooftops if need be, through corridors and various hallways.
Sorry. Conceptually,
Mhm.
are we in a closed up portable hole right now?
We're in Millie's sanctuary.
There's a, remind me, Millie, there's a passageway through?
So they are currently in, when they pass through, the kitchen area of the tavern.
Okay.
If they make their way out, there is a center fireplace, tavernist style, with a what do you call the place where people can perform or dance stage?
Yeah.
There's about 7 rooms, 2 suites, and a sign that leads down that says "Do not enter."
Good luck stopping William. Yes, Cody. You're mute, buddy.
I motion to switch the name of the item that we are using that apparently is not exactly a portable hole and functions more like a portable door, to remove the distinction between an actual portable hole, which is a interdimensional space
Square,
for
yeah.
storage. It may still have the same dimensions and everything, but otherwise we're going to get a lot of questions
Portable
about
door.
people going, why
Yes.
on earth are you able to bring a bunch
Because
of
for a moment, I thought we were traveling through the city in a dark hole, suffocating to death because there's
We have enough air for
only
a
as
little
much
bit of time.
air.
For a little bit of time.
There's like 14 people in here, and it's like
Plus,
a
you
very
have,
small
as many,
space.
you have as many minutes as equal to your Constitution modifier to hold your breath.
I'm fucked.
Yeah, no.
With the minimum
So
being-
portable. I'm bored with the portable door idea. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Or
Because we don't use it as a portable hole. A portable hole, you just put a bunch of shit in there and close it up.
Well,
and
the
take
other
it.
one we use is a portable hole and a portable
a door.
Well, yeah, because that one actually has a space. This one,
Yeah.
the one that Billy has, appears to be like an Acme black hole that you put on a wall.
He's fucking slideshow.
Anyway, the rest
yeah.
of you make it to this small, quaint tavern. Very simple setup to it with the described door with "Do not enter" sign and everything.
Yeah,
else
William
that
immediately does not fucking listen. Just fucking goes into that fucking room right out the gate. You put a fucking border in front of William. He's breaking that border.
Millie, what does he need to get in that door?
First, either a perception or investigation.
I'll do. I can do either. William's good at both, actually. No, he's not good at both, but we'll go with investigation. Why not? The question is, does William rely on himself or his pact? Let's go with this pact tonight. This is going to be the first time I roll the die officially for this campaign. So we're going to go with Calibrand's Steel Dragon, Black Dragon Scaled D20.
Before you roll and announce that I found the thing, so you have to roll a wisdom perception check for this.
Ooh, wisdom perception. That's a 15 plus 1, 16.
You see a transparent texture if you open the door, and you see floating vegetation meats in a bone.
Oh, this is fucking weird. Why is he so fucking weird? All right, fuck this shit, man. All right, and he just turns around and walks away.
Emerson is kind of he's got his son on his knee and he's sitting next to his wife, next to the fire, just bouncing his son on his knee, relaxing.
Do you want a tucker or a chocolate?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Oh, I don't have a chocolate. I have jelly beans and tuckers. I don't chocolate.
You know what? You keep them, pal.
Sure.
Yeah.
He pops one of the jelly beans, and his hair stands on end, as if static electricity has taken over his whole body, and you feel a slight jolt on your knee. And he giggles, and his hair goes back down.
I still have 2 scries.
Harpon, Xenia, and Millie make it to the tavern front without much of an issue through the city, and not really having much of a tail either.
Well, that's good.
I would also say that by this point, the moment that Harpon would have left the house, it wouldn't have looked like Harpon anymore.
So what's next? Made it here safely.
I think this is actually a good time for the William to address the crew how dire they financially.
Look, kids, it's not looking good.
more pointed at Xenia, as Xenia has proved to be more of the biggest fucking obstacle when it comes to trying to make money.
I'm telling you, you can hunt down people. Like, what's the problem? There's bounties everywhere.
Bounties for people only pay so fucking much, mate. All right.
So
Find a better bounty. I don't understand.
just so you all know, part of the reason for this trip, I was going to stop by all my stashes on the way. All of my hidden stashes from all my thieving from over the years. And pay for the ship myself.
William is visibly agitated. Agitated.
I already have this. And he pulls out the cat's eye statue.
You pawn that off.
Did I already?
Mm-hmm.
How much? How much?
that?
Did I
Pull out a better roll.
Just imagine I pawned this. It's like your hand is empty.
Isn't that worth
Like in reality. Aha!
It's
Isn't that worth like
Pops out of
20,000 gold?
Yeah, it was a decent amount. Let me see if I can find that.
Because I did not add that to my bag. If that's the case.
While we sort that out, Cody's going to kind of look confused and be like, "You've already spent almost 7,000 gold that I left with you."
Listen, the biggest obstacle for this crew has been finding a means of income. the money that you left us, Cody, yes, it benefited us greatly, but our tills are running dry. There have been opportunities to make extra income, but some of which was not approved by some of the crew, i.e. monster hunting. And be it, I do respect Xenia's perspective and input. It does put us in a very dire circumstance with the rest of the crew. I have, at this time, remaining 5,000 gold for the ship, which all of it will be consumed by the repairs that is necessary for the ship right now. So virtually, I am broke at this time. I do not have money to pay the crew come next pay cycle.
Captain, may I?
Go ahead, Millie.
Maybe we can
How
throw
many
a party.
how many injured men and air quotation women, if we have any present, that are injured from the last escapades? Or excursions, as I should say. As Millie's cleaning a teacup and washing a plate.
Give me 1 second. I gotta pull up my fucking Williams journal here.
The reason I asked is because the reason as to why I have been absentee and healing your offspring, I will put it. I have not that word. I have word taken upon owning a tavern that you all are standing in as an attempt to make a secondary or third means of income for us. So allowing people to rest their weary bones on their travels, as well as warm meat in their bellies, I have made this Twisted Fates Tavern, as well as I may have 2, maybe 3 investors and business partners that can assist with air quotation, is what Millie will do. Any fees that would be needed for the upholding of the air quotation tavern needs.
Injured at this point in time, it should be recovered from their injury. But we have racked up at least 30 dead, all of which their families get 100 gold each, and that's already been accounted for. The issue is not necessarily an immediate relief of payment. It's a means of establishing a source of income as a crew. What are we doing as our primary source of income? Are we shipping contraband across borders? Are we hunting monsters and delivering their heads to motherfucker?
As it currently stands on my behalf for what I contribute as income for the crew members of the ship, selling rare and fine meats, as well as comfort for weary travelers to and from Grand Soren as a primary or secondary source of income, while also doing a little bit of bounty hunting.
I'm going to go ahead and point out that one of those interests collides with Xenia's interests.
Oh, don't worry. It's only monsters, not... Xenia, what's the safe word to not get stabbed or shot by you?
People.
Leave the furry beast alone.
Xenia prefers that we don't hunt monsters at all and find ulterior means of dealing with them.
We can relocate them.
We're
They
only
should
allowed
not.
to with them.
Cody is
I
going
will-
to speak up.
Yes.
And with that last comment that just happened, just say, what are these bounties on monsters? What do they dictate? Why is there a bounty on the monster?
The Leviathan being the biggest one concern. They've been the
And?
bane of a lot of shipping through the traversal, not traversal, the transport of goods across borders through the sea.
Understandably so. Why is killing this creature the only course of action?
Hmm.
So long as
See?
the problem is solved and the Leviathan is no longer attacking ships,
Because the
job is
bounty
done.
calls for the death of this creature.
Who's the bounty coming from?
As of right now, I believe it comes from Grand Soren in regards to the butcher that we have contracted our bag portable hole through. You want to appeal to the Magisterium's humanity? And
Alternatively, if you wished a bit more of a looks around piracy notion about this, if yours is the only ship that the Leviathan will not attack, that could be lucrative. And also is not harming the Leviathan.
Question, because I'm a little slow. So we can't haunt people, but we can
harm
hunt
people.
bad guys, right?
Yeah.
I know the perfect guy that'll hire us like that.
Is it fucking Boss Body that
Yes, it
William
is.
fucking tried to inquire you with and you deflected him for?
At the time, I had to make sure that we could trust each other, mano y mano. But yes,
That's fair. That is fair. GM, in my knowledge of the Leviathan, has he only explicitly attacked transport ships or freighter ships, essentially, or has it been indiscriminate?
Are you talking about the Hydra on the island of Nen?
No, the Leviathan. I'm assuming this is a whale that we're talking about.
Oh, the one that the butcher was after with the gold streaks on it?
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, I remember that from when I was playing as Ogner. That was specifically calling for wanting that creature dead.
Exactly.
But that was for that is not what you just told Goaty.
That particular creature is wanted for multiple reasons. It's not wanted because it's being invasive or aggressive towards ships. It is in and of itself valuable. So the gold veins on it are indeed
gold,
pure gold.
Of course, it's gold.
The feathers and the fat are used for various textiles,
oil, all that,
oils, things like that. So the whole thing, tip to tail, everything is useful in
which I know very well.
Yeah,
Xenia is vehemently against.
Yeah,
fucking pillaging. It is the biggest source of income that any fucking man could fucking find.
One of those would probably bring in, if you were able to break it down and get everything out of it, you'd probably be looking at 80 to 100,000 gold pieces.
Could pay the ship. We could pay the crew for fucking years.
I don't feel like the impact is enough. His Majesty Lord DM, can you swap me and Dia right now so that Dia is better felt in this?
Yeah, look straight at him. Look straight at him.
Xenia, We can pay the crew for fucking years if we catch this fucking thing.
And we will burn in the hells for many years more. What is your point?
I'm already burning in the hells for some of the shit that I've done. I'm not losing sleep over that, mate.
You sound
losing
like
sleep.
you're
I'm losing sleep over the fact that despite my efforts to prove that I am a capable leader, they still find me lacking because of the fact that I can't pay them. Money is the biggest motivator for this crew, and you know that.
What is the purpose of the ship and the crew? Top priority.
The purpose of
number
the
one
ship
for
is the
having
same
a crew.
The purpose of the ship is the same purpose that we've been fighting for all this time. But we can't account for the rest of the crew to fall in line with that.
Correct. However, with you saying our original being the search for the Ember Paragons,
Correct.
where is Harpon?
Still not here. I would assume that motherfucker walked. It's Angel.
Magic.
Well, even if he's not here yet, Gori would then say, Harpon is possibly the most connected individual on Vardin.
He's also the most unpredictable.
Not when you know his
So
true motivation, which is that he brought this group together piece by piece.
He hasn't
Fine,
resurfaced his face for months.
He has
The only
never
person that has
resurfaced
seen
his-
him regularly is you, as far as I'm aware.
He has never resurfaced his face once, as far as I'm concerned, in his entire life.
The only reason I'm apprehensive about relying on Harpin is the fact that for all this time that we've been adventuring, I believed him to be dead. Not once has he stuck his neck out in any of the circumstances that we've nearly all died for.
No, just myself and Grendel. That even we have seen. How about Madame Dorset?
I haven't seen her since Embershot.
And she was very helpful in Embershard, was she not?
Aye.
How about KD?
He was in Rivermouth, wasn't he?
Actually,
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time that we saw KD specifically.
I will say KD basically would be very similar to Harpin.
Right. But where was KD located? Did
Last
William
time
meet
that
him
you-
in Rivermouth, or?
I think the last time that William saw any version of KD would have been after Embershard.
So Rivermouth, yeah.
Whatever happened to that bird?
But I don't know if what you last saw, I think William may have last seen was Dorset.
Yeah, that was the last.
Dorset was who
version.
departed with Opal after
Yeah.
everything that happened at Embershard.
As far as I'm tracking, William has only last interacted with Dorset, which above table I know is Harpon / Victor / fucking.
I am trying to make sure that William understands.
Yeah,
what I'm getting
you're stringboarding it for William right now, but
And I'm going to do this in a way that actually respects Harpon's character.
yeah,
Because what he's going to say after he puts all of this together, Godey's just going to say, they are all a part of the same network. They are all working together. And their number one priority is the Amber Paragon.
As you say this to William, you feel it first, Godey.
What did I do now?
Followed by any other magic users. This is the D100 roll I asked for in chat a few minutes ago.
Oh,
Who did
I
this?
missed that. 1 second. Let me roll that.
It was a 15. It was rolled already, and it was a 15.
Which is a good thing, right?
I need you to roll me a d6, Goaty.
Why is it on me? A D6 because that's how many 1,000 gold is going to just shower right directly into bags of holding, right? Remember, kids, never wish for like 1,000,000 gold because your DM will just drop it on your head, and gold is heavy.
Mine tastes like shit, by the way.
It's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. And 15 is a good thing, which means that rolling a 6 is a great thing.
I'm so scared. What's going on?
All spell slots up to level 6
That's all of them.
will not work. Cantrips still persist as the weave fluctuates again. That is what the 15 is. You're running on 15% of the weave currently. If we were to look outside, the prismatic obelisk that resides in the center of the city would dim and darken as the lights of the city pull in towards the middle. And that's where we're going to go to break.
You mother.
This is why we can't have nice things, you guys.
Wait, this.
Welcome back. Hope you had a good break. Got some water, got some snacks. Let's continue where we left off as the city itself begins to dim.
Why is that? Is there a dark cloud looming overhead? going on?
Immediately trying to figure out because Cody has studied fluctuations in the weave forever.
Emerus is
Is
clicking
this-
his stopwatch.
Is this fucking the regular fluctuation in the weave, or is that big fucker siphoning the weave to do some bullshit?
Who turned off the lights?
Is
Go
the
ahead
Death
and
Star
Charge
Power
the
Star.
did we hear someone say you may fire when ready, and now they are charging off the Death Star's laser?
Is there an Admiral Tarkin on the in the building?
No. It's too soon.
Can I? What do you mean too soon? What do you mean too soon? I had to put the accent on so that it's a character.
What's going on?
We just had one of these not too long ago, when the Mistress of Death was visiting. Do you remember?
I'm sorry, say what now?
Yes, we need to have a
a
whole conversation about that, but she got stuck here. And now, oh God. And he's looking at the stopwatch,
How
and
long-
it just keeps going,
How-
keeps going.
Emerus, how long?
It's only been less than a month.
Dad,
The
it's
process
getting
is speeding
dark.
up.
I'm getting scared.
It's okay, pal. It's all right.
Barricade the room. Barricade the building.
Grundle
I feel-
immediately braces up against the door.
Do I feel that this is the regular fluctuation of the weave and it's just been moved up, a la Pacific Rim, and the events are getting closer, or is this something fabricated by a
It would-
person?
It would seem that the intervals are becoming more frequent. However, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check for anything further.
Okay, guidance. Double check. Ooh, what is today? Oh, this is that day. Alrighty, okay, cool. Alrighty. Okay. Can anybody help me? I
You're-
cannot fucking fail
Yeah.
this.
I got you.
Guide for magic?
Helping.
I'm going to attempt to give him a bardic inspiration.
It's a
There
D6.
you go. There you go.
Does that function? Bardic inspiration.
So you have advantage, guidance, and bardic inspiration.
I know
What's
that I
your
have
bardic? D6, D8, D12?
D6.
I think it's just D6. He's
Millie, you're muted if you
Low
have
level
responded
bard.
to our
I am so sorry, D6.
D6. Got it. I'm going to throw another D6 in here, burning my last charge of Cosmic Omen. I'm not failing this, okay?
You say that fucking now. 2 nat ones.
No. We're starting with a 9. Plus 9 is 18. Plus 2 is 20. Plus 1 is 20. 1 plus 2 is 23. I did roll like garbage, but we got a 23.
That's good.
It is the natural fluctuation that has been occurring. The timeline has moved up, but the intensity seems to be stronger here.
And what else is weird is that this big glowing obelisk is glowing more?
Less.
Oh, it's glowing less. I thought there was glowing more. So
But
the
it does
obelisk
have
is-
2 fucking pieces of the Amber Paragon located at it.
Okay.
As this begins to happen, I'm sorry, Iris grabs the side of her head and starts to mumble, "It's happening again. It's happening again. It's happening again."
Defensive positions, barricade the room, be prepared for anything.
Godi
Let's
kneels
go.
right down in front of Iris. What do you know?
What is going on?
saw them.
Who?
I saw it. The abyss. Endless nightmares. Creatures pouring forth.
Trying to fuse our war with theirs.
What about the abyss?
They're trying to bring their world into ours.
They're coming. The sky will be
They're
red.
trying to bring Ball here.
The air will be ash.
Not if I can help it.
Chris,
Mm-hmm.
question. Within 30 feet of me, minus William, are there any dying or near-death creatures here or approaching, maybe?
As you're looking, you're using your cloak for this?
It's active all time, so
Active all
I'm
time.
hearing...
Perfect.
Yeah.
You look at William, and they are not a
They're
dead,
different.
dying, or undead creature. And you
And then I
hear...
got diseases as well. Sorry.
You hear... there's no diseases in this room so far.
William's changed, yeah.
And you hear from the cloak a curious voice. This one's neither dead nor dying. Interesting. Keep an eye on that one. In the area and closing in on you, as per your original question, there doesn't seem to be anything approaching.
Sir DM.
Mm-hmm.
Considering, I mean, I don't know how long. How long would the journey if Harpen would have procured either mounts or carriages or so for Senya and themselves to regroup with a party? How long would that journey would have taken?
From
Wherever the hell we were,
to
where they went to the
tavern
portable
now.
hort. Yeah,
So from the tavern to
go
where
get
we're-
some stuff.
to
and then
rejoin the
join
party,
them.
basically. Yeah.
I'd say maybe tops 10 minutes.
Okay. Considering the spell bestowed upon me that lasts an hour, would I be able to, as Senya and I are approaching or getting to, like, are we within the range of what is happening currently with the weave before we join the party, or not?
Yeah, I would say so. This is kind of all happening in that transition time. Why?
Would the spell of True Sight that was cast upon me grant me any visuals that regular sight would not have given? That if I were to like look at the sky, look at the crystals, look throughout the area as I sense this shift, because one of the things that it allows you to do is you can also, like, it gives you can see into the ethereal plane up all out to the range of 120 feet.
Well, for sure, you see through whatever bullshit Millie's got going on.
I think the only one who can compete against Millie or figure out Millie's shit, it's gonna be Harpon.
What are you looking for?
I think what I am looking for are... Harpon is all about connecting the dots of seeing the thread of things that may or may not be connected and finding a way to see whether or not they are. They are all about if something is happening, it's not just that it's happening, but the why is happening. But is the why that is happening has a why underneath it. That's kind of like how their brain works. So they're trying to see if they can spot anything that could inform other than just the weave is waning.
Yeah. You would see it directing itself in a certain pattern, and visible to only your eyes or anyone with a sight that is true. Red runes begin to carve themselves into the ground as they appear. One on the ground, 8 feet long. You're standing right on it. As you look
back,
as you're looking around and making your way through the city, another and another. You send your familiar up high to get a bigger, better view.
I burn my last setting stone to send to the butcher. Tell him, go through the hole, take your kanku, close it immediately.
Trying to get some sleep here. What?
Can I respond?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. No questions. Do it now. Save your family.
There's no response back. As your familiar takes to the sky, these red runes form concentric circles around the city.
One of the amazing things about Harpen or KB is how I built them. And through using the eyes of their familiar through back of the chain, I'm also going to use my devil sight, which allows me to read any language. As I seek to read every potential circle, whatever different types of spells, casting, words, things that I can recognize.
It's hot, super hot. So into it.
Makes me nervous.
These runes are familiar to you, as you saw them in Ember Shard.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
These runes speak of binding chains. And as you're putting these threads together, you have, remind me, Victor, an ancestral ability?
The thing that we did, that we put together?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do. It's the knowledge from past lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You begin to remember a vision you had with a certain divining pool with Lady Opal. A familiar gate etched in primordial red runes. Your heart once again begins to beat in your ears. A hot air begins to fill your nostrils, the scent of sulfur and ash And as you're standing in this city, it begins to peel away, and you find yourself not Harpon Cortez, but Coral, holding a lodestone. A purple flash surrounded in concentric circles by mages and druids. In this same exact spot where you stand, centuries, millennia before, Coral stood and sealed an ancient terror, binding chains in these primordial runes. As he places the lodestone in the center, they all alight. This memory comes. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
This memory comes back to you, and you understand what they are. You've read them, you've seen them, they are familiar to you, but now is the time that you truly understand what these mean. These seals, one that is broken in Ember Shard, conceal the ancient red dragon Astaroth, firstborn dragon of Maela.
You mentioned that there's a stone that is placed and then the runes light up. Is the location where that stone was placed accessible to me? Like if I were to try to rush to see where that stone was placed in the vision in this place, just to see if it's still there.
You instinctively move through the city towards this place that is recognizable to you, and you find yourself standing at the Magisterium's door.
Of course.
This prismatic obelisk that centers the city, this ever-growing facility that seems to grow straight from the earth, adorned with ivory, gold, and silver filigree, simply placed on top of this stone. You get the idea that that first piece was the founding of this structure. Godi, as you're sitting there talking to Iris, she begins to tell you about a laboratory where they took her multiple times. Each time she would forget a little bit less or a little bit more. She thought she was infiltrating and working undercover, got caught. And that's where they took everything from her. I could probably take you to it, but we have to run. She is afraid. Not of what else they could do to her, or what they could do to her family. She's seen plans of things to come. Things the Midnight Court is wanting to do step by step. And if pressed, we'll begin to tell you them.
With my experience with these fluctuations in the weave, how long do we have?
Before everything comes back on,
I mean,
or
if
they come back on. Things like this have happened before. The last one lasted about an hour. Somebody roll me a D8, please.
Could I roll that with? Well, it's a D8. Never mind.
I would also like to listen to the outside world to see how they respond to this sudden siphoning of the weave.
I'll do the same with William.
Grendel is currently watching all this unfold, and all she heard was the abyss is coming to them, and you just see this fucking look of absolute anger just on her face, and she is gripping her executioner's axe to where her knuckles are going white in her hands.
I would say William would probably be by Grendel's side at this point, both ladies in his hands. He's just watching both the front door and the back door exit, just anticipating some type of invasion at this point. But he's trying to remain calm, and give direction to the crew in the moment.
Mr. Cody. And you look over, Emrys is sharing a headache with his son from the lack of magic. Each time this happens, it's a warning, it's a precursor. The times between them grow shorter, and the times at which they are active grow longer. This one is far longer than the last. By how much? How long has it been?
Since everything started, I'd say probably 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's that D8 roll for me, please.
Oh, that was a 5.
5.
Oh shit.
Tarzan also rolled the 4 at the same time, so whichever one benefits us the most, you can take that one.
I rolled a 17, and then I rolled a D8, which was a 7. So 24 for my perception.
Smash.
So I can do it before I get the results. As long as I do it before the results are given.
I'm just horrified right now.
Please tell me this doesn't last for 5 hours.
I'm gonna say like right now, William and Grendel are like back to back right now. William, Ivara and Nadia fully extended, watching both front and back door, just like anticipating the worst of worst circumstances right now.
Side, depending on the answer to my next question, longer might be better.
Not for the world.
Give me a moment. The last time that this happened, and this is meta, Cody doesn't know this, because Harpon is the only one who's seen these runes so far, which that happened in Emershard. Was the gate successfully opened in Embershard?
It was interrupted.
It was interrupted.
The gate was open, and when you all left the space, it was broken.
Like
So
some of the binding runes were basically cracked. Like we didn't stop it early enough to keep the seal intact, so some of it actually broke.
Vandalism saved the day.
Vandalism
So
saved it.
they started breaching, but we managed to interrupt it in time. That was the biggest thing.
So is this another breach event?
Does it feel like a breach event? Ooh, that's a good question.
Cody would remember if it feels the same or similar but more intense.
Yeah, you get a pit in your stomach, and it is feeling the same.
No.
Sir DM, considering that I still have the true sight and it's 120 feet, and I'm in front of the magisterium, what happens if I'm looking diagonally down below surface level, and I basically am now scanning underground?
The Magisterium Tower?
Because the ground, the floor, I don't think would be a limitation for seeing the ethereal plane.
Not
think.
correct. Not for the ethereal plane.
Only magic or detect magic is limited. Yeah, ethereal plane, you can see all that shit. Fuck. Oh, we're in trouble.
Don't worry, we're figuring it out.
It'll buff out.
You would see,
as William would say,
the concentration of this weave as it moves downwards. And rising at the same time, a dark void. As it reaches the surface right underneath where you're standing with your true sight, shadowy figures begin to zigzag through the city.
You're muted.
You're muted, Bib.
Sorry. Am I understanding based on the movement of these figures, what I'm seeing are spectral or ethereal dark energies that are moving not within the physical plane?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not bound by they're not like a creature that is actually physically here that has to respect the fact that if there's a wall, there's a wall. Like these things just like flowing freely.
They could go through, up, diagonal, over the roof. Yeah.
Am I able to? Are any landing, quote unquote, landing anywhere within 120 feet that I could see?
Yeah.
Would it be safe to assume that after the last encounter Godi and KD had, KD would have provided a sending stone to Godi? Can we agree on that? Okay. I'm going to say that KD turns in the direction of when they see one of these shadowy figures land in a spot that they actually can see it within range. They start moving in that direction. And as they're moving in that direction, they reach for their sending stone and they try to reach Godi. And I think what Godi will hear very rapidly is the ebb and flow and the source is in the magisterium. Dark, ethereal creatures are pouring out throughout the city. Be careful.
William, with your 24 perception, you'd be looking out a window in this tavern. There's people mulling about, very occasionally. A drunk stumbling down the street. Suddenly collapses. And for a moment, you see starlight. And a shadowy figure rise from the body and take it, and drink it, and move, as if peeling itself into the shadow of a lamppost itself and moving from one shadow to the next.
This is nighttime currently, correct?
Yes.
Shadow Daddy, got it.
There's a wash of despair that runs over William as he begins to kind of relive Greenport all over again. But at this point in time, he would have been located centrally around Millie. The rest of you wouldn't have. It looks like he and Millie have been in a very privatized conversation, but this revelation of activity breaks him away, and he just bolts out the door. Both Ivara and Nadia drawn, and begins blasting, just shooting indiscriminately at this individual.
Goaty's yelling after you to wait.
So
William's honestly in a fever dream right now. He's reliving Greenport right now.
So I thought William and Grendel were like back to back currently at this time.
They were. But because of Millie's stealth, William managed to slip away and started a conversation behind the scenes. But this caught his attention as he was having a conversation with Millie. So right now he's essentially slipped into madness as he reacts and just starts shooting at these shadowy figures as he rushes out the door.
Question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Amarok specifically of my summoned creatures is an abyssal aberration, not a bestial spirit. Would he sense any indication of these new beings and or react to them?
Yes. Their body language, I would say right now, is tail tucked between their legs.
That's not good.
That is highly unusual, and Xenia looks concerned because he's never known this creature to back down in such an intimidated manner, not even with fucking sea dragons. And he will immediately go to see what direction he sees him cowering from.
Pained look on Emerson's face. He's going to slide his son off his knee, give him to his mother, and he's going to lean over, give her a kiss on the forehead, pull his sword, and go after the captain. Stealthily.
As you are on your way out the door heading towards William, Goaty's going to call after you and just say, "Make for the tower. We have to stop this at its source. And while we are there, we are getting the pieces of the Paragon."
You just hear
William.
Grendel go, "Tower, got it." And she is immediately just beelining it. She's going to try and see if she can find William. She's going to fucking drag his ass away from wherever the fuck he is.
27
And-
stealth.
He has a 27 stealth. God damn it.
I just
William's
Well,
not
then-
hard to
He's
find. This
fucking good.
motherfucker is just blasting
Yeah,
indiscriminately.
Yeah, if he's blasted away, Grendel is immediately going up to William. If there's anything trying to stop her while she is heading over there, but if not, Grendel is pretty much just gonna go, "Hey! Get your shit together, William! This
As-
isn't going to do crap. We need to go."
As William or Emerus and Grendel run after William, Godey's going to turn to Millie and Senya and say, "We need to leave now," and just start heading towards the tower.
We will go now.
No magic. Emerson's going on his own.
Yeah, we're gonna be fighting with our hands tied behind our back, dude.
This is why Emerson
Godey?
insists on having something other than magic to fall back on.
I have a
We're so
a
much trouble
weapon.
tonight.
I'm fine.
We're in so much trouble tonight. It's great.
You're
I'm
talking to the only full caster in the group, okay?
I'm
So
so stoked right now.
And he's telling you that we need to head right into there. We're gonna figure it out.
It'll buff out.
It'll buff.
Grendel,
Yes.
your dress is caught by a hand.
Oh.
As it pulls, you look back and it's Iris. She just looks up at you. Please don't go. I can't have them do to you what they did to me.
Grendel is going to reach out a hand and she is going to just kind of gently caress her mother's face. And she goes, "Mother, you have sacrificed a lot, and I know Father has sacrificed a lot for you guys to be together and for you to love one another. But the woman I adore and want to spend the rest of my life with is sitting there in the abyss. I will take whatever there is to make sure I get her out of there. I need to go and do this, not just to find her and the woman I love, but to save what is left of this earth. I'm not the little girl anymore. And nothing is going to kill me until I get to my Helene."
She a badass bitch.
Especially with William standing around. That motherfucker throws himself at her disposal every fucking turn.
It's not killing you that I'm worried about. There are worse things there than death.
Well, I would rather take all of that than live my life without my Helene. I don't fear death, nor do I feel the worst things that may be worse of it. The only thing I fear is living my life without her.
Her grip softens, and you're able to get your dress away as you move with William, Emerus as well. No, Emerus is gone.
Emerson's gone. Ahead.
Okay.
Stealthy.
Yeah, William's drawing attention to himself, so he's trying to distract these demons to attack him.
Go ahead and roll me some attack rolls for those shots, please. Just put them in chat. Grendel is what?
Grendel is currently, again, going right towards William and is pretty much being like, "No, we're not splitting the gang up." Oh, God. Oh, no. What was that face?
You're one of two real fighters in the party. Xenia, you, and Grendel are pretty much the only ones that can do shit right now.
it's a good thing I don't have spells. I would like to, while this is happening, lace all doorways, windows with salt, and give everybody that is not a fighter in my tavern a vial of holy water. I have about 35, so however many are non-combatants is getting a singular vial.
35 vials.
Millie is paranoid, okay, dog?
Jesus.
And then I'm gonna need to get some salt from the captain's budget.
Captain's what? birthday?
on the salt. Oh, and then once I lace everything with salt and holy water, I will. Who can I visibly see that is not Imris or William?
I believe Godi and Xenia and Grendel would be visible.
I'm going to send. Oh wait, well Millie doesn't know this. He is going to send his shadow hound at Grendel.
Puppy!
And essentially, well, it's my shadow that is now attached to your shadow. So what that means for me is I'm able to know where you are at all times on this plane of existence, and something else. I will post it in chat for everyone.
Would have been much cooler if Grendel got a shadow puppy, but I'll take it.
I'm interested to see. I have the Weave Eater out right now. One of these things comes for me.
Roll some damage on that 20, William, for me. See what happens.
I'm only
here.
doing one point of damage this whole time. Vara, where are you at? Vara. There you are. 2d8. There we are. Gonna be 7 plus 7. 7 plus 7, 14 points of damage. One of which is actually magical. I think I'm only doing 1 point of damage. With that question that you sent me. It scares me. Oh no, William is in so much trouble right now. we gotta get Ivara a fucking a pearl ring or a diamond ring, one of the two.
The individual that has moved down the street through these shadows, you take some shots. One misfires and jams. The other seems to have made contact but passes through as well. You have its attention.
Okay, yeah, no, the shot that actually can make some type of connection, William calls out, "Oi, dickhead!" That's right.
Goes back
Focus
to the
on me,
shadow
mate.
and starts making its way towards you. I need some initiative, please.
Let's go. All right.
Grendel
Myself
is
a
heading
target.
towards William as well. Would she also need to roll initiative?
Yeah.
Is everybody
So-
rolling initiative?
Let's go ahead and have everybody roll initiative. That way, whoever wants to get some stuff done, I make sure to get it done. I'm not great. I need to be better about jumping around and making sure everybody gets
That will be
a
nat
target.
I'm sure your initiative is a lot better than mine.
Nat 20 with advantage.
Wanna
Damn!
tell me what you got, William?
7. That was a nat 2. Oh shit, you're just right behind me, baby. All right, cool, you good.
Go, Cody.
Let's go back to back, Harpon. You know, you and me.
I'm not even where you guys at.
Cody's on his way to Harpon right now.
Grendel's ready to fuck some shit up.
Pretty.
I'm sorry, guys. William could not let fucking Grand Soren fall.
Didn't take you out nowhere, bro.
Greenport was William's fucking swan song.
Harpon. Okay, I think I have everybody. Yeah.
It's a thriller. Fucking Victor.
Okay. Looks like Emerus is up first after those shots from William.
All right. No magic. I was headed out and around the building and headed toward the tower. I see William has attracted a ghostly figure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to scoot up behind the ghostly figure and stab it with my weave eater.
Yeah, he's calling out to it and like ravenously.
I'm still stealthing. So.
All right. So you move around and make your attack. Go ahead.
Advantage from stealth?
Flanking.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That is a 19.
Ooh.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
So 8 damage from that. I believe it's 2d4 psychic damage. Where are all my d4s, bro?
My bag of holding? I'll give you my bag of holding.
Borrow mine.
So 5 psychic damage and seven sneak attack damage.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. Any other like saves or anything it needs to make on an attack, or just
Not
that?
yet.
Okay.
No.
Perfect. Grendel, you're up.
How far away am I from? How far away? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Emerson.
Bonus action disengage and all. Sorry.
How far is Grendel from William?
I'd say came around the corner right behind Emerus pretty much. From William, you'd be probably 20 feet, and from the creature, you would be 50 feet.
All right, so Grendel, with her axe in one hand, she is walking right up to William as he's just blasting, and she is pretty much going to walk up to him and go, "William, we can't just be sitting here just shooting blanks. I need you to come to the tower with me. Everyone is gathering there. We cannot stand to be separated." And she will make a grappling roll if need be to grab William by the back of the neck and fling him over the shoulder.
I'll say if I'm able to respond. Good. Continue. Keep maneuvering, but we cannot let these monstrosities roam freely. We have to at least draw them.
Well then,
That's why to do that. Stop it at the source, mate.
Well then, I keep moving and you start shooting. And she is pretty much like, is William going to follow her, or is Grendel going to carry William?
Well, you get a sense as he points to the direction of the tower and he turns to you and says, "Clear a path. I'll keep them at bay."
Will do. So question. Since the portable hole is not on us, I do not have my cannon, correct?
The cannon's back at the butcher shop.
Yep.
You're,
All right.
you're
So
also in the middle of a
okay.
capital city.
So upon being told to clear a path, Grendel is going to take out her ballista from her back, and you watch as she kind of like cranks it back, and she goes, "Clear a path, got it." And she just starts, and she looks and she goes, "You better be following me. Don't set yourself on fire. Do you understand me?" And she then starts rushing towards. Are there any enemy, like the enemy that is like 50 feet ahead?
There's that one. for now.
Grendel, go ahead and give me a quick insight check while you do this. While you take your, after you do everything that you need to do. Go ahead and do all your attacks and shit.
Because she's going to be moving away but I will do an insight check before she goes on and does her thing. So that's a 17 minus 2 for a 15.
I wasn't even fucking table. Go ahead and do everything else. I'll message you if it works out.
All right. Well, not knowing that they are limited on time, she immediately, as she is like using the rest of her movement speed, just walking through, she fires off her. She's going. Well, first bonus action, rage.
Go ahead and roll me a D100.
That will be a D100. All right, that is a 61.
61. Okay, your attacks do 1d4 damage. Your strength is 25.
Yay!
And your AC increases +2.
25. Hold on, I gotta do the override. And you said my AC is +2 now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And my AC is 16. All right. So with that, you again watch as Grendel's hair just bursts into flame. She aims it at this motherfucker and she fires it. And it will be now a +11 to hit. That will be an 18 + 11 for a 28.
That hits, yeah.
All right, and it was what, 2d12 for the ballista, correct?
I believe it's 3d10, yes.
Oh, it's 3d10. I'm thinking of the cannon. 3d10. All right, give me a minute. Sorry. 1d10. 2d10. 3d10. All right. Okay, so that'll be a 8, a 9, and a 3. 8, 9, 10, or 9, 10, 11, 12. So that'll be 20 points, and then you said D4 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be 3 points of fire damage added onto that. So 23 points of damage overall.
You fire this ballista bolt. It whizzes past William and in front of Emrys, impaling this creature. This unmaterial being solidifies around the ballista bolt and crumbles, blowing away in small flakes of ash, leaving behind small sparks, the last few essences of starlight that it consumed previously as they float down to the cobblestone, dissipating as they touch. The streets go quiet once again. Some curious looks and heads popping out from the shot that rang out. But in this...
Sorry, what did you say? Can you repeat that last bit? It kind of got glitched and got
looks around.
some curious people kind of like popping their heads out of like local businesses and bars and taverns and things like that, but not a whole lot of direct attention or any sort of further investigation from people at this time.
All right.
Emrys kind of rushes up to William, like, put away, cover your face.
Are there so are there any other enemies close by?
If you'd like to make a perception check, you may.
Yes. Because I still got an action. Brandon, my perception is shit.
Oh, Grendel.
That is a 17 minus 2 for another 15.
That's good.
The 15, it does not seem that there are any other enemies in this location at this time.
Drat. Well, with that, she is going to kind of just let out like a roar of rage as she's going to use the rest of her movement speed to head towards the tower. And she will hold her second. Can I hold my second action or just the first action? Just the first action.
If you hold an action, it requires both of your attack actions.
Okay.
Since there aren't any immediate combatants, I'm not going to hold you to like you can move 30 feet. If you want to move to a different section, make this a little bit faster. If you're wanting to travel towards a location, we can do that.
Can I use my action to dash and just make it closer to the tower?
Yeah, so we'll start moving quickly towards the tower. Is that where you and William are headed, or William and Emrys are headed?
That depends on the information that William's able to gather in the moment. So,
Okay.
But because I rolled low as shit on the initiative, I would rather wait till after. But everybody else does what they need to do to find out what William would do.
Okay, perfect. So we're going with Millie and Goaty moving forward back in the tavern, correct? So William has moved out, Emrys right behind, and Grendel right behind Emrys as well. One shot later, streets go quiet. What would you like to do?
Goaty's destination is the prismatic tower. So he is going to try to beeline it in that direction. If I make it 30 feet and nothing pops up in front of me, I'm dashing to get that other 30 feet.
Okay.
So unless something else pops up, Goaty is just running in that direction.
Double dash.
Millie.
Same thing with Millie. As long as there is nothing present, he's just going to actually go into his raven form and ascend towards the tower. And he will, what does that use? That uses my action to activate the cloak. So yeah, he'll just fly towards the tower as far as he can and just oversee everything from above.
Okay. So Xenia moves as well. Anything else on your turn? I am so sorry.
Oh, no, today. I thought I would we were throwing out some rubbish. Xenia is going to use his action to dash up to 70 feet, which is his combined movement doubled. He's got 35 feet normally walking. Every so often he's sort of turning as a sort of coaxing Amorok along. It's very much as if you're taking out that one dog that really hates walks and is sort of dragging his feet. So he's doing his best just to encourage.
My dog.
Very well. Let's see. William.
All right. At this time, I would like to do a quick, broad perception of the entire of the battlefield. The shadow of people seem to be most prevalent presence of danger, but from William's experience, there's usually more waiting in the distance or in the shadows. So he's scanning both high and low ground, not only the shadows, but the positions that you would not expect somebody from the shadows to produce themselves from. So he's in hypervigilance mode at this point in time. So I would like to do a perception check as my action. I'm going to burn another superiority die to try and plot my course of direction for the crew. So I'm going to be following my course of direction is going to still follow the rest of the crew, but I'm moving in accordance to chart their direction for the best course of action with least path of resistance. So
Embers is stealthing towards the tower.
Right.
I'll roll stealth again.
So right. So he's taking in his crew's abilities and trying to chart the best course, plot the best course for the rest of the crew. So I'm going to burn my action to do a perception check. I'm not going to make any attacks this round. Just because I'm doing this, I would like to argue for an advantage on this perception check because I'm taking the time to assess the battlefield before me.
You are also familiar with this city as well.
Okay. I'm also going to burn a superiority die as well, again, just to supplement this roll. Calbran and William are going to be working in tandem together. Let's see how well this works. It's a 17 rolled plus a 5 perception. That's 22 so far. Plus a D8 for the superiority die. 26 plus 4.
And you
William
are
is
trying to
taking-
chart the fastest way through the city to the prismatic tower.
Here's the caveat. He's trying to chart the fastest route to the tower, but also the most advantageous to protect the city. He doesn't want these people being subjected to the horrors of this plague.
Okay, so you're trying to stay out of line of sight of people passing by, big groupings of people, parks, fountains, places where people would actually hang out and be.
It's more so directing the party towards the positions where these creatures tend to pop up. So he's taking. So take Greenport in consideration, where the concentrated populations of these abyssal creatures were more prevalent, was around the clinic, the isolation clinic that we established due to William's inexperience to dealing with this situation. We had established a quarantine clinic. That's where a lot of that those creatures popped up. So we had the elixir clinic and then the quarantine clinic that we had to deal with. So William's taking that into consideration, more so looking for the medic clinic that deals with afflictions or diseases, and directing the crew towards that direction to dispel any of these creatures that may have popped up in that direction that's in line of the tower. So we're trying. William wants to eliminate as many of these creatures along the way as possible before we get to the tower. That's his motivation.
And
unfortunately.
And that perception check was 26.
26.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the once that initial creature that he was dealing with was dispatched of, William just bolts ahead of the rest of the crew and starts leading the charge.
You all make your way through the city. Emerus moving stealthily through alleyways or rooftops, or their preferred method of stealthing. Godi and Millie making their way towards the tower. You pass by people, seemingly unaware of what is happening around them, going about their evening and their night, giving you odd looks here and there as you seem frazzled. You're tensed. Grendel has a ballista out, so you're getting some odd stares here and there. But there's other people in this city belonging to various adventurers factions, monster hunting factions, things like that, so it's not completely uncommon. And if you have something like that, most people assume you have the proper documentation to possess such an item. William, you said you were going towards a clinic, or are you going towards the tower?
Slight deviation towards a clinic to deal with any possible infected.
Okay. You move through to a fairly well-known section where people are taken to get a hospital. There, too many words. What are you looking for?
Krankenhaus.
Discolored fingertips, sunken in eyes, the same affliction that we've seen back in Greenport. He's looking for those type of similar reactions. I remember from people transforming was... What do I remember? It was the affliction had taken up close to the most of their arms. By that point, that's when they started transforming. It was once the infection progressed up to from their hands to their forearms. That's when the transformation took place. So I'm looking specifically for people that have blackened tissue past their fingertips up to their to the forearm/elbows.
You move your way into this place and begin checking patients, one after the other. Some of the nurses and caretakers, clerics that are in this place start to tell you, you can't be in here. You need to leave. And as they do, you check one more. And just the fingertips on one hand of this individual.
Fucking monorail question here. Well played, sir.
Are just starting to turn. It could be misconstrued as not enough blood flow to the hand.
Frostbite.
But you've seen this before.
Frostbite's not coming in this fucking territory, mate. Alright, how long have you been feeling sick?
I've had this for it's a couple weeks, yeah.
Developed a cough. sweaty reaction, anything like that?
No, slightly nauseated. But are you the? I don't think I've seen you around here. Are you the doctor?
No, but I'm a leading expert in this disease that you're afflicted with.
Right.
You have any family?
Yeah.
What do you got? Wife, son, daughter?
Yeah. Two kids. They're with their grandparents right now. So can I get out of here, get some medicine? I mean, I feel fine now, so.
What are you on? What has the magisterium prescribed you so far?
They've come by with a couple different solutions.
Elixirs?
Mm-hmm.
You have any more of that elixir left?
I took, let's see, where is it? Oh yeah, it's right over there. And he points over to a small nightstand where there's an empty bottle. Just a little ring of liquid around the bottom.
I was hoping there was still some residual to it. Nonetheless, seeing the vial, I'd like to try and conduct some level of investigation to see if there's any residual chemical residing within the vial that is reminiscent of the elixir that was in Greenport. Trying to correlate these two vials. If there's a similar emblem or something along that line, or if there's a residual coating that remains after consumption, something along those lines. He's taking in all factors and trying to isolate and confirm his suspicion.
Go ahead and roll an investigation, please.
Calbrand, I'm going to need you to take the lead on this one. And superiority. Never mind, no superiority die. That's a nat fucking 20. Nat 20 on
Let's
an
go!
investigation. You know what? My investigation is +1. So that's a 21. I'm still going to supply that or supplement that with a Calbrand D8. It's a D6. So 27 investigation.
27 investigation.
Calbrand, you and I have the most beautiful fucking partnership, and we're gonna fucking do.
You start looking at this vial. The color is different. It's more refined. But it's
Smell.
the same smell. The faint, just tail end of it. And Calibran steps out, looks at the vial.
Fucking knew it.
Langley. Shit.
Turn to Calbrand. Is this kid worth saving?
No, but he's not turned yet. Get moving.
Good. He turns to this kid. You know what's best for you. Lock yourself up in a basement. Toss the key. That's all I got for you.
Am I gonna be okay?
No. lock yourself up in the basement, toss away the key.
Okay.
If we're successful in what we're here to do, you'll be fine. But if you want to save your family, isolate yourself from them. And anyone that shows any similarities to what you have right now, blackened appendages, anybody that's been taking supplements from the Magisterium, ask that word along and secure yourself. Will be the cause of the death of your family. Your choice.
Persuasion.
Yeah,
I would
for
say.
sure. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's the same either way, but I would say this would be more along the lines of intimidation. No,
Yep.
intimidation is actually better. This is, yeah, he's being truthful, but this is more so him
You're trying to
to
scare him into an action.
instill fear into this guy to take action. So I would argue this would be intimidation.
A case could be made for both. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to the DM.
Heed my
Go ahead.
words and save your family. Ignore them and be the cause of the death of your lineage. I'd say that would be cause for fear.
Joke's on you, I already ate my family.
We're not. Nope. As much as I love the Dragon Knight, we're going with. We're gonna go with Calibrand. Calibrand with your dragon green eye.
We gotta get on the move. We gotta get this fucking tower and stop this shit at the source.
It's gonna be a 13 rolled on the die, plus a 6 for intimidation. A total of 19. The seriousness instilled in his voice. You have the chance to save your family here and now, but only if you take the advice that I have given you.
He is. He came in here with a numb hand and a little bit of nausea, thinking it's not that big a deal. I'm in and out. And now you're telling him all this. Not a whole lot has been said to him about his condition from doctors, clerics, or nurses. So he's more inclined to believe what you have to say. You've instilled fear into this individual, and he will do as you say. He's going to walk away from you and find the nearest nurse and ask him where their basement is and if he can possibly be isolated. I think I'm contagious. So he begins to talk to them and go, hey, I think this is what's going on, and begins to convince them your job is done here as far as that's concerned.
That's good. Continuing his trajectory, he knows he can't save everyone, but he can stop it at its source. Continues to move towards the Magisterium and its tower that Godi has pointed out. or at least that Grendel has pointed out. Godi hasn't caught up, I believe, at this point yet.
Harpon,
I
you stand at. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Good to do the thing.
You're standing at the doors of this magisterium, these steps that lead up to a well-lit entryway. Statues to the right and the left, a center courtyard about 40 feet in to that building before it progresses into other branches and up different stairs and hallways. You're standing out front. People begin to pass by you. The crowd begins to form, but not one of interest in the magisterium, simply a wave of people that has recently come through. What are you doing?
I think one of the things that Harpoon would have attempted to notice also was using their familiar that's flying above. Just get a sense of like the current like guards, like people that are from the magisterium in the area, that what to notice how many there are, and also to see what the behavior is. Like it seems like the majority of people around are they're not noticing what what they're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but considering that this is happening underneath, they're wondering if the people that may be guarding the magisterium, or anybody that may be related to the magisterium that is moving in the area that they can see, may be acting in a way that could hint to there may be something going on.
Covering
These people
something
maybe
up,
know
yeah.
something. Yeah. The other thing that I will say, just to complement, to just put all together the things that I'm doing, is you said that there was a stone that was put and then the runes lit up. And you also, Harpon knows from having the eyes of the rune keeper and knowing the runes from before, and then these runes, knowing that the seal is broken. And one of the things that they would attempt to do now that they have had the vision and they're seeing the circles and they can read the runes, they want to see if they can spot, is one of these runes missing? Like, or is the reading that I'm seeing of the runes incomplete? That may hint to this particular section has been removed or damaged, or remove or damage, and so therefore that has caused this like break and that tear.
Interesting.
He needs to bind them.
While you are flying with your familiar, you see far off to the eastern side of the city a small section where indeed a small sector of that is dark. It's in a warehouse district. Godi and Millie would be arriving fairly soon, followed closely by Xenia, Grendel, Emrys, and a few moments later, William. An individual stands now. Before I do that, before we go there, the guards that you see, particularly those that are classified more so as the magisterium. The thing you would notice with your true sight is their eyes.
Yep.
A faint red hue to them. Dark veins, mostly covered by high collars or armor, but you would see some of them protruding, these dark, inky veins coming up the necks. One or two of them would have an extra red pustule as an eye, indicative of some of the other aspects of Vorak Ball. Not all of them. But as you go around with your familiar for a moment, taking everything in, investigating before you make your move, collecting all of your information, around the city, you counted a total of 115 of these particular individuals spread across the city.
Fuck.
As the group converges on this point, ready to do what they can, an individual stands at the top of the stairs. One that you've seen before.
Don't you fucking say it's him.
Valerius Stride.
Guess
And
not
right-
with it, I was.
And right behind him, Ezio.
Son of a bitch! I knew it!
Valerius looks directly at you from the top of the stairs, Harpon. Gives you a small tilt of the head before he turns on his heels and walks inside. And that's where we're going to end our session for tonight.
You motherfucker.
We'll
Am I
pick
still
up there.
stealthed on a
You're still
rooftop?
stealth. Yes.
I'm gonna fucking shoot Ezio.
Shoot him. Next time on Tales of Vardin and To Be Diced. So, plot and plan. I can't wait to see what you guys want to do next time while the world is low on magic.
So
and
You took
things
away
are
my
happening.
big reveal right before I could even do it.
So we're going to
Next-
spend the
next
next
time.
2 hours out of game planning.
No, I can't do it next time because I'm sapped of fucking magic, 100%. Unless warlocks are protected against this fucking wild
yeah.
magic surge.
You're right. Never mind. Well,
I'm-
anyway,
I'm tapped.
thanks everybody. We're gonna go talk off stream about how this is all great. This is all good.
Big reveal, yeah. William is now a fucking warlock. You know,
Well,
that's great.
Current feelings is but yeah.
Yeah, we'll hit things next time.
He's still got cantrips. That's fine. We still got cantrips, so it's okay.
Yeah.
No cantrips.
It'll be fine.
we can trip and fall on our face.
There you
Oh
go.
my god. It's a
We'll
good thing
see you all
William doesn't
next
rely
time.
on anything. Goodbye.
Bye, thanks for coming.
See you, everyone.
Bye.